My name's Arielle Loewen. I'm a full-time wife and mom, also a professional CrossFit athlete and a Relight athlete.
Local woman is going straight to the top. She's won competition after competition.
Faith has played a big part in my journey. So I started in 2012, found out really quickly, like, hey, I'm pretty good at this CrossFit thing. Let's compete, let's make it to the CrossFit Games, because that was the next level. And slowly, CrossFit had become like my number one in my life. And I like to define my life by the 4 Fs. So at that time, it was fitness, friends, family, and then faith. So my number one goal was, let's make this fitness thing happen. So 5 years in a row, I qualified for what was called regionals at the time. And that was like the step before the CrossFit Games. And every year I would train really hard, get to regionals, and I would fall short. So it wasn't until 2018 that the order of the 4 Fs were working great. But 2018, I was graduating with my master's from Hardin-Simmons. I qualified for regionals and it was May. And I'm like, okay, this is my breakthrough month. No longer a college student, I'm gonna go to the CrossFit Games. Let's go to Salt Lake City, Utah, compete at regionals. So I show up at regionals. First day was all right. Second day as I'm competing, I'm like, man, I just feel off. My body feels weird. I can barely handstand walk, and that's one of my best skills. So towards the end of regionals, I did not qualify. I got 12th place, I believe. And I was like, man, I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. And then we got home, find out I'm pregnant, and it was like every identity I had that I was rooted in just got ripped out. So my fitness is gone. I'm gonna get fat, I'm gonna get pregnant. My friends, I was a little bit too ashamed to tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. My family, I was too embarrassed to tell them. And my faith was my last pillar. And I'm like, man, I'm too ashamed. Like all of my pillars I'm rooted in are gone. So the only thing I knew to do was to still show up to the CrossFit class, because that was my 1 hour of normalcy, the one thing that hasn't left with all these things changing. So I show up to the CrossFit class, and wouldn't you know it, there's a girl dropping in from Hawaii. Never met her before. She's there the whole week. So Monday through Thursday, we just chat a bit and I'm nice to her. Friday, she shows up and she's like, hey, I'm about to go to Hawaii, but God gave me a dream about you. Can I tell you? And I remember just being like, okay, sure, tell me your dream. And in that moment, she said, you're holding a precious ruby. And she holds her hands in front of her, like right over her stomach. And at this time I'm pregnant. And the only one who knows about it is Dylan, because I'm too ashamed to tell anybody else. So she's like, I just want you to know that God's telling you you're holding a precious ruby. And this ruby's red because God's blood covers all shame. It redeems and it's forgiven you. And that just was so impactful for me, because I was dealing with shame. I was dealing with guilt. And she's literally telling me, like, God forgives you and this is a blessing, now own it. And so ever since that moment, I changed my perspective of God knows where I am and he's got a plan for me, and I'm just gonna own it, accept it, and run with it and trust him. So once she told me that prophecy, I guess you'd say, she prayed for me. In the middle of the prayer, I threw up and my morning sickness was gone. And ever since that moment, I feel like it was God saying, like, I'm behind you, I see you, I forgive you. Now let's prioritize what's important. Since that experience, I changed my 4 Fs. So number 1 is now faith, because God saw me, he forgave me, I'm gonna put him first. Number 2 would be family. I'm about to have a daughter, get married, change everything. I'm gonna prioritize my family. I'm gonna rely on my friends, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And then fitness will be last, because now it's just, I'm gonna be healthy and prioritize what's important. So that was my mindset going into having Blakely. I had Blakely in January 2019. Me and Dylan got married in February 2019. And really for the first 2 years of Dylan and my marriage was just focusing on cultivating family. What do I want our family to look like? How do I want to be as a parent? Okay, I want family dinners. I'm gonna make new recipes. I'm gonna prioritize my family's health. I want quality time, so I'm only gonna work out 1 hour a day so I have more time for my family. And just really tapping into what does health look like mentally and physically, And for me, that was still just doing the daily CrossFit class at the affiliate. So that was still my normal, the daily CrossFit class at the affiliate. And in 2021, wouldn't you know it, the Open comes around. And I was like, man, I'm already at the affiliate. The workout's programmed on a Friday. I'm gonna do the Open workout. And so I did the Open workouts and it went well, qualified for quarterfinals. So I was like, man, quarterfinals is still at the affiliate. I think I have to pay a $40 entry fee. Let's just do quarterfinals. I don't have that much to lose. And I felt good mentally and physically. So I was like, let's just keep riding this. And I do well enough through quarterfinals that I qualify for semifinals. And I remember, so it was semifinals, and then if you do good at semifinals, you qualify for the games. And I remember sitting down with Dylan at a family dinner, and I was like, hey, Dylan, my priority is faith, family, and then fitness comes last. We've already chased regionals 5 years in a row before Blakely. Do we want to go to another CrossFit competition in Minnesota? Do we want to do this fitness thing again? If I couldn't make it as a single college student without a kid, like there's no way I'm gonna make it as a mom. I'm weaker, I'm not as fast as those younger athletes. And he's like, who cares? Me and you, let's take a trip to Minnesota and have some fun. And so if he didn't believe in me, or he said like, hey, you've had your time, let's focus on family, I would have never gone to the Granite Games and then qualified. So we show up to Granite Games, and really my focus is just soaking in the process and having joy. And I ended up doing the best I ever had. I won Granite Games, and then from there I qualified for the CrossFit Games 4 times. Being a mom has shaped me a lot as an athlete. It's helped my identity be stronger. So I see a lot of athletes on the floor anxious, too worried about their performance. But being a mom has really helped me be grounded in who I am and know that regardless if I get last place, I come home to a family who loves me. Regardless if I get first place, they don't really care. They just want me here and loved. So it's really helped me feel secure in my performance and just helped me have joy. And then on a deeper level, I feel like a mom has helped me really be less selfish in a good way. Before I had a child, everything was about me. What do I want to eat? What do I want to do? What do I want to do Friday night? And it's helped me put in perspective, like I have somebody relying on me, and it helps me be better about the words I'm saying because I know she's always listening, be better about my actions because I know she's always watching, and just really putting in perspective, we're here to love people and help people. It's not just all about me and what I want to do. So eventually Dylan built this beautiful house, and he's like, what if I build you a home gym? And I was like, oh, that's gonna be so boring. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna be lonely. And he's like, no, just give it a try. So I gave the home gym a try for a month, and I just found peace. And I was like, I found peace, and I saved 2 hours a day driving to the gym, driving home, showering, all this stuff. And being a mom and really prioritizing Blakely, she stays at home with me full time. So I found it so easy to just walk in the gym, do my workout for an hour and walk out. And I can prioritize my time better, and I can turn up the music as loud as I want, make a mess if I want to, and it's just my own space. And I started working out in the home gym in the fall of 2022. In the 2023 season, I had so much peace and work ethic that it actually helped me qualify and get 3rd place at the CrossFit Games in 2023. But also in the year that I started working out in the home gym, I started to program for myself. I found that I know what I need and I know my weaknesses, and if I just work on those little things, I can be great and great things will happen. So 2023, I started programming for myself. I started working out in the home gym, and it was probably one of the best decisions ever. My biggest struggle that I found being a professional athlete is that I deal a lot with comparison. So I do work out alone. I don't know how strong I'm getting. I don't know how fit I am. So I'll look at Instagram a lot and be like, oh, Laura just back squatted 300 pounds. I can't do that. Am I strong enough? Oh, this girl just ran a 5-minute mile. I can't do that. Am I doing enough? And just really looking at social media. And it started to play a negative role on my mindset. And so I went to a competition and I PR'd my clean and jerk, and I got 250 pounds. And I remember being so proud of myself. And then I had those negative thoughts of, oh, 250 is good, but professional athletes at this level can also do 265. So like, yeah, 250 is good, but don't be too proud of it. And I just remember like identifying that negative attack and just being like, no, I am strong. I'm gonna post my 250 PR and caption it pretty strong for a mom. Because even if I'm not the strongest in the field, I'm still pretty strong and I'm a mom. And I just remember reading the comments and people loved it so much. So I'm like, okay, this is deeper than just an Instagram caption. So pretty strong for a mom came about, and I was like, I'm gonna make it a t-shirt and see if other moms can relate to it. And since doing that, I've had so many moms come in my DMs and just saying like, this is what pretty strong for a mom means for me. And for me as an athlete, it means owning my strengths and being proud of it, even if I'm not as strong as the person next to me. And really owning that, yes, I am strong and I'm proud of it because it's me and look what I've done. Also, like moms go through a lot mentally and physically, and I think we need to find the little wins where we can and just be really proud of our strength. So I've had a lot of moms message me just like these really inspirational stories of, this is what strength means for me, this is what I've overcome, and I'm so proud to show off my strength. Yes, it's just a t-shirt, but look at how strong I am for a mom. So it's been really inspiring. I have favorite Redmond Light products for like different areas of my life. So like the chef in me loves the salts because I cook all the time. The human in me loves teeth. Like growing up, I wanted to be a dental assistant because I've just enjoyed teeth. So like my personal favorite is the toothpaste. And I always tell people like it's gonna be different, but it cleans your teeth so well and it's so good for you. And then the athlete side of me loves the Salty Palmer Relight. And then just the personal relationship, I feel like the brand really cares about how the athletes feel, how the person feels. They care about the individual, not just pushing product. So that's just another layer that made me fall in love. I think the trap of today's society is for women to think they need to be the provider and the heart and this and that, and you need to be this strong, independent woman who does everything themselves. And I think we can get lost in the busyness, or we just get piled on with too many things that we get overwhelmed. And I think it's important that we know our role and we own the role, whatever that looks like, and not fall into the trap that we need to do everything and be everything for our family. I think to be successful, you need somebody in your corner who's always gonna believe in you and push you to be better. I didn't realize, me and Dylan have dated since 2012. So he's been there for me trying to make it to the games, and he's been there for my success of making it to the games. And once we got married, I feel like a huge shift changed in our relationship, and we truly were one, and we're supporting each other and being great for each other. Dylan has been such a key member in my success because I didn't realize how badly I needed somebody to mentally support me, because I feel like I might have always had the abilities, but I never had the strong support system of somebody who's going to be there regardless if I do good or bad. Somebody who's going to be with me backstage and just give me positive reaffirmation of like, you got this, you are great, you can do this. And even if you can't, I'm still going to love you, and you're still great and you're still awesome. So it's important to have somebody in your life who loves you and supports you regardless. Like whenever me and Dylan first got together, he would cheer for me in a negative way. So he would, in his head, he's thinking he's motivating me by saying, go faster, push harder. But my brain took it as negative. So I was like, hey, I need more positive cheering. I need you to tell me you're doing great. Keep going. You're awesome. So now if you hear him cheering on the floor or you hear him cheering for me in any way, it's, you look great. You're one of the best in the world. Keep going. And just hearing positive things of like, yeah, I am great. I can do this. I am awesome. And just having this a strong support system. So Dylan has changed his cheering, and it's positive and it's amazing. But back in September, Blakely went with me to one of my first CrossFit events. And I've never heard her cheer for me before, but it was the first time. It was whenever I clean and jerk 250. It makes me emotional. Like nobody teaches a kid how to cheer. But whenever I go up to lift and I start to lift, what does she scream? But she screams, believe in yourself. And that's all she screamed the whole time. And I'm like, man, that's so pure and beautiful for her to just be like, Mom, believe in yourself. You're great. If you believe in yourself, you can do it. And I think Dylan, him like telling me I'm great and all that stuff, she just like saw the example and lived up to it.
Yeah!
If I had to describe Arielle in 3 words, I would say hardworking, determined, and caring. My belief in her is it's unshakable, because I know anything that she's gonna do, she's gonna accomplish it.